Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be filming, yes you got it, an eyebrow tutorial. Yes, so I'm going to be showing you how I lightly fill in my brows and how I conceal and outline my brows as well. So what I do is I grab my eyebrow pencil and we are going to brush, so like this. So what basically this does is it gives you like the true form of your eyebrows, and that way you can sort of like figure out what part of the brows you need to fill in and what part of the brows you need to go heavy handed on and light handed on as well. I'll be using a Morphe eyelid primer. We're going to lightly brush the brows. So I'm going to be extremely light-handed, starting from this part of my brows and extremely, then I can add a bit more product here because this is basically no hair, so I'm gonna have to add a bit more to add more definition. Okay, so fill that in. We are drawing a line and we're gonna stop just here at the tail. Okay. As you can see, my brows are quite thick, so I'm just going to lightly fill in the top of my brows. And we are basically closing that. So in order for you to avoid having really boxy brows, sometimes I myself also get tempted. So I get tempted and then I just go like, I make a straight line. So I start from here and then I make a straight line and then I end here and then I do the tail. But no, we are going to start the tail we're going to start closing the tail from this part of the brows, and you are going to lightly drag that down and bam, you got a tail. Okay, so you can see it's not boxy, and then I can then go in and draw in like hairline strokes and add a bit more product in there. Then add a bit more strokes up there, and yeah, so that's literally all I do with this side of my face. Right, so we're gonna move on to this part of our face. So the reason why I apply the primer as well, it's just so that your eyebrow pencil applies as pigmented as possible without you having to be heavy-handed. We're just concentrating adding products to this part of the brows because that is the area that is basically bald, to be honest with you. There's no hair, so I'm adding more products on that part of my face instead, and this part I lightly fill it in. Then we're brushing our brows, grabbing my Joseph flathead brush. So the concealers I'll be using are the KEVYN AUCOIN concealer in the shade SS13 and SS15. These concealers are extremely pigmented. I'm using two shades because so the SS13 sort of highlights it and then it makes it pop, and then the SS15 is closer to my shade and it gives it that natural look. So I'm going to grab the lighter shade of my concealer and we are going to start the highlighting stage. So you want to make sure you're placing the concealer as close to where you've actually outlined your brows. So you place the concealer and then you drag down. So you're basically tracing and you're cleaning the edges. And like I said, you're applying the concealer very, very close to where you've actually used the brow pencil to outline your brow. So I'm gonna go back in with a darker concealer, which is somehow closer to my shade, and we are going to outline the start of the brows. So dragging down just allows you to blend your concealer a bit better as well. And I'm gonna add the same shade of concealer as well to the toe. So I'm gonna repeat the same process for this eye. Brow game is actually serious. Sometimes, most times when I'm actually drawing my brows, I try not to talk and I have to hold my breath. So lightly outline it, and because the brush is so flat, it's basically doing all the hard work for you. So I'm going in with a darker shade concealer. You go back in with the darker shade of concealer, grab your flat edge brush and you're holding it upright. And you are going to clean the edges. I always start up here, so whatever is left, I then move on to the start of the brows, so that way it doesn't have a lot of product in it. So you're taking your time, slowly dragging that. Remember, you're holding the brush upright. And you're slowly dragging. Remember, you have to take your time. And I always go back and forth, so that way you've got more precision. I'm not just drawing a straight line, I'm going back and forth, and I feel like I could go in a bit more and to make it a lot smaller. So I'll basically just tilt my brows and I'm using the edges. I'm using the very flat end here. So I'm going back and forth. You can always go in and clean it a bit more, so whatever is left, I'm applying that to the start of the brow. The KEVYN AUCOIN concealer, although it's quite good, it is quite pricey. A good alternative would be the LA Girl Pro concealer. They are quite good and they're very affordable as well. The reason why I like using the KEVYN AUCOIN concealer is because it's a cream concealer and it doesn't actually dry up fast until you're actually ready to set it. It's almost impossible for your brows to be identical, so long as they look like sisters. So I'm just going back in. So that's done. So next I'm going to grab my brush and we are going to blend out the edges. So next I'm going to go back in with my blot eyebrow gel. It's basically just going to eliminate darkness of the brows and it would make it appear a lot more softer. So I'm just going to go in and apply that on my brush. As you can see, the brow is appearing a lot softer now. This brow looks a lot more defined because we haven't gone in with the brow gel, and this appears a lot softer. I grab my brush and grab my setting powder and we are going to set the brows. Yes, we've used the concealer, which is a cream base, so we have to go in with a setting powder just to set it in place. Just gonna lightly set my brows, so this gets rid of any shine in your brows as well from the concealer and it makes it matte. And that's it, voila! So guys, that completes my eyebrow tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and if you've got any questions as well that you would like me to answer, please feel free to drop them below. Have a nice day. Bye bye.